Many democracies are becoming less democratic. Some have even transitioned to full autocracy. Autocracy Rising offers a theory to explain this process of democratic backsliding. It focuses on Venezuela, one of the most acute cases of backsliding in the 21st century. It compares this experience with other cases in Latin America, Colombia, Ecuador, and Nicaragua. To explain backsliding, Autocracy Rising emphasizes two key variables: party system features and institutional reservoirs. If the party system becomes asymmetrically fragmented, when the regime is still democratic and an illiberal president is elected, the regime is more likely to transition to a semi-autocracy. This means that the ruling party becomes coherent and dominant, while the opposition shrinks or splits. This asymmetry grants the president the opportunity to bypass the opposition and erode the system of checks and balances. Autocratic legalism becomes the dominant tool of governance. The subsequent stage of backsliding, that is, the transition from semi-autocracy to full autocracy, also depends on party system variables, but the causal mechanism changes. Here, what prompts the transition is whether the opposition manages to make a comeback, that is, to recover electorally or take the street. A rising opposition confronts the regime with an existential crisis. The regime must either liberalize or repress. In Venezuela under Nicolas Maduro and Nicaragua under Daniel Ortega, the regimes chose to repress, and in the end prevailed. The reason for this outcome had to do with the second variable of interest: institutional reservoirs. Institutional reservoirs refer to key state institutions such as the courts, the justice system, the electoral authorities, and key agencies of the bureaucracy that are captured by the ruling party. These reservoirs can be repurposed to harden autocratic legalism and suppress the opposition. Autocracy Rising is therefore about what comes next after democratic backsliding.